Hi guys, and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I shall be enjoying it with a triple Karmeliet, which is a kind of 3-grain beer. Cheers guys. Very nice. One of my favorites, that one. Right, so this big box, I had to quickly peek to see who actually sent me this, because the name on the box was Pengdu Trading Limited, Guo Si Shuo, Easycom Building, Hennessy Road, which didn't really tell me who it was sent by. But now I know, and I needed to know that because I needed to foot them the rather large import fee that this keyboard was slapped with. Or really, these two keyboards, because there are two in here, as the size of the box might give away. So let's have a look. There you go. That is number one. And that is number two. Let me just get rid of those real quick and change the battery, because I just noticed that the battery indicator is flickering. I suspect that battery may be nearing the end of its service life, because that went very quickly. So, let's have a look. First, let's start off with this one, the ND75, the not defined 75. And it even comes with a caution on the front of the box. So I guess they went with a rather cybery aesthetic. Let's see, what are the specs on here? Assembled edition, I think it's the assembled edition, 1.6mm PCB, non-flex cut hot swap, and pure white. I think that's the color options and whatnot. No rear side. Okay, well, let's have a look at what's inside then. Turn that over for you so you can see as well. Let's see, a manual and another manual. Okay, how do I upload GIF? Some filler material. And let's see, get rid of this box real quick. What's going to be in here? I guess it's going to be the usual paraphernalia of... Okay, well, a screwdriver was not quite what I expected, but that's alright. Come on. Whoa, that is one thick-ass cable. Oh, look, I think I know this. I think I know this cable. This is exactly the same cable as was shipped on a keyboard I reviewed recently. I'm not quite sure which one, and that particular one was grey, not white, but still, it's exactly the same model. These are very nice cables, by the way. They're big and chunky. Let me just take the protectors off. And they come with a faux leather strap, and as you can see, they're nice and thick but pliable. Very sturdy, these. They're nice cables. That's very cool. And I wonder who supplies these, because I guess it's not the manufacturer that the previous keyboard that these came with makes them. Must be some third party. Come on. Just quickly tie that back up. And then the not defined 75. There's nothing left in here, right? Oh no, there is a little bit left in here. Okay. Some small screws. Some whatever the fuck these are supposed to be. Are they feet or something? Maybe we'll find out in a bit. A wireless dongle. And a small ribbon connector as well. in it. I wonder what that's for. And more plastic things. Maybe it's for insulation or as a sort of bump on or something. Strange, we'll see. Right, so it actually comes in plastic wrap. You don't see that very often. Bam, look at that. Right, let's free this from its plastic restraints. Gentle, gentle. Don't want to cut into the keyboard, obviously. There you go. Stay. Right, come on. Get out. Keycaps look like some sort of, I don't know if they're actually GMK, but they look like it, or at least the typeface looks like it. That's pretty cool. Huh. And a big, is this a metal weight or just a plate at the back? I'm not entirely sure. It's textured with something. I can't tell whether it's CNC marks. I think it actually is CNC marks. They're diagonal CNC marks. Maybe they left them on as a sort of aesthetic choice. Right, so let me just find a switch opener real quick. My desk is a bit of a mess because I had to clear it for the trailer I recorded recently. It doesn't look quite like GMK caps, or at least the inside doesn't. But the outside definitely does look like it. And these are what does it say on it? Ooh, very hard to read what's on it. There you go. Well, you're going to be able to tell, I guess. As I recall. I have no idea what these switches are. So they are some kind of dark blue bottom housing, dark blue slider, but they're not clicky. In fact, they're linear. And what does it say on it? My God, I need a fucking microscope to read the lettering on this. I can't even tell which way it is up. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. Guess we'll find out soon enough. But the thing that it's really about is this thing here, which off the top of my head, was it a screen? Oh man, I think it was. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, it is a screen, exactly. So the instruction manual here shows you how to use that screen. You can upload GIFs and whatnot into it. So yeah, I'm kind of on a streak of doing keyboards with screens and other sorts of strange paraphernalia in them. You guys know I like keyboards with special features, so I guess this fits it quite well. Even though the rest of the keyboard is fairly standard, I'd go as far as to say. Still, I guess that is number one then. Right, time to move on to the second keyboard, which comes in a substantially bigger box. Get rid of that. Make a little bit of space here. Right, go away. This is the Boog75. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, and if I'm really honest, then this is not super helpful. It comes with induction coil white on it. I've got so many keyboards coming in that I'm not entirely sure anymore. It says HE white and HE black as well. I could swear that this, or at least one of these, was a contactless keyboard, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I have so many keyboards incoming, it's difficult to keep track of all of them. And my memory was never the best to begin with. So anyway, let's just see a something note. Oh, Boog75. I see. Boog75. Is it? I guess, but let's be honest. It could have. It could also have been Booger. So anyway, the Boog75 comes with these specs. Blah blah blah. Well, it is also in English, of course. We'll have a look. Maybe we'll need them soon. I'm going to keep these parts separated. Okay, return service warranty card, something like that. Lots of paperwork in here. So that's why the box is so much taller. There is a carrying case inside. Get rid of that. And this. Oh, my clapperboard just fell over. Was it Meletrix? That's the company that supplied these. A Meletrix branded carrying case. It's very difficult to see that, I think, on the camera. Well, maybe it's easier to see in the eventual video, but from the viewfinder it looks just like black. Right, let's see what's in here then. Ta-da! Cable. Braided cable. Pretty standard, but it's nice to have. 2 Allen keys. Screwdriver and other. It says on the back here, screwdriver and other, but it's 2 Allen keys. So that description is not very accurate, I guess. No, that goes there. That goes there. What is this? Oh, again, it's the weird plastic things. Were they feet here? Yeah, exactly. They were feet here. So yeah, they're just DIY feet, and they were colorless on the first keyboards and black on this one. So it was correct there. That's nice. Oh, excuse me, Jesus. That's the problem with heavy beers like this. They make you very gassy, or at least they make me very gassy. Okay, the Boog75. Let's have a look at you. Go away. It's wow. It's interesting color scheme. Oh, I think I've seen this actually, because I just took a look at the back, and this looks very familiar. This is pretty cool. This is nicely done. I'm sure I saw this or something very much like it. It's also at the back. At least the last meetup, but I think I might have seen it even before then. I don't know. This comes across as very familiar. So there's also a tiny pattern over here on the keyboard. Again, 75% layout. It's is it the same? No, it's not quite the same layout as the other keyboard. They removed this key here, the page down, or rather they moved these two up to make room for the screen, but other than that it's the same layout. Okay, so induction coil white. Maybe that's the color scheme in the keyboard or something. Let's see what switches this has. So this one is red. This one says Gateron on it, and I think, judging by the shape of the slider, I'm just going to quickly show that to you. I think I might be correct there. Yes, it is in fact Hall effect. So Gateron Hall effect have this this slightly oval middle piece in the slider. That's kind of a giveaway for them, I guess. So this is a contactless keyboard. The other one isn't. It had contact pins, as you could see, but this one is contactless. I don't think I've seen this color variation of Gateron HE switch before. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they made it specifically for, what was it, Meletrix or something? Or, I don't know, maybe it's one of their existing models. Gateron they produce HE switches for so many companies now. They definitely seem to be the main manufacturer, so it's difficult to keep track of which ones they make for whom and which ones they stock themselves, really, frankly. Interesting sound profile. Obviously, it's incredibly dense with a backplate like this. I think the box was listed as being 5.5 kilos. Now that's including packaging material, but I mean it's going to be 5 kilos between just these two right here. And they both have metal housings. So yeah, not exactly light ones here. This one's definitely heavier than this, I think. Yeah, this one's way heavier. Nice. Let's show them off real quick. There you go. It's also much more high profile, I think. So if you look at the side of the keyboard, it just looks quite tall. In fact, very dense chassis. Jesus Christ. Feels like a brick with some keys in it. Fucking hell. If you're like a HE keyboard that's set in stone pretty much, then this might be it for you. Something is making a weird sound. It was my teapot, which is standing just outside the frame here. So it's not as kawaii as I've seen other keyboards. It's really just this escape keycap that has some kind of kawaii creature on it. And this already has the feet in it. Strange. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. Damn, listen to that. Well-known Girosran 22 drop test. It's Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, guys, I'll be reviewing these two at some point. I guess they're going to be 2 separate reviews. I'm not entirely sure. It'll probably be a while, as I have a lot on my plate right now, but, well, you'll see when they come out, I guess, right? There's no real rush for this. I've got some cool things coming up anyway, so, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video, which has just gone over the 20-minute mark, I think. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video.